Welcome to MacroCode. If you're new to this channel, consider subscribing. So today we are going to proceed with our hospital management system. So as you can see here, this is our application. So you can actually log in here, and we had actually created this particular section and connected this to our database. So if you see, once you log in, you have the user account, authentication type, you have weather. So these are the weather details that we just added. Then we have the system code details. It is actually populating the weather details. So in a previous video, we actually changed we were able to pull the data from the database, and you can see this data is actually from the database. You can add new value. You can say here, let's say city. You can also add here city. This is also city. Can do here one. So if you save this, then you'll be able to see the data down here. So you can see city, this is the value, and this is the created by is not displaying because on our user details, just under SP net users, we are not able to, we did not save the user information. So that is the name here. So you can even update this. You can see the names here are actually different names. Now, this is one of the things that we've done. So what I want us to do today is I want us to implement something. I want us to add MudBlazor on our application so that we actually use MudBlazor going forward. So to add MudBlazor, so let's just go to our code. So I want us to do something. So on our code, I want us to change some of the things that we need. So MudBlazor is actually a library for Blazor to ease up the web development without struggling with CSS and JavaScript. So the first thing that we need to do is actually to add MudBlazor NuGet. So just right click here, and you're going to add manage NuGets. Then you're going to add MudBlazor. So let's just see. So here, go to browse, then MudBlazor. So just type MudBlazor here, and you should be able to get the NuGet. So you can see here we have the MudBlazor. So these are Blazor component library based on material design principles, which with an emphasis on ease of use and extensibility. So we're going to install that. So I also want us to install the theme manager. So this one is okay. You can also install the theme manager. So I'll just install that. So once we have that, then I want us to go to, so if you check on our application now, we should be having the NuGets. So if you go to dependencies, manage NuGets, then you'll be having MudBlazor. So the next thing is on our program.cs class, I want us to add builder.services. Then we need to add, so you can do here, add mud. So here you can say mud, services. Do you have it? So let's just see. So these are method. So if we hover here, you can actually you can import MudBlazor services. So to install MudBlazor, so we've actually copied the styles, these particular styles, and we've added it here. Then we've also added the script here. So to actually get the installation instructions, you can go to MudBlazor and you can follow this particular installation process. So you can install, you can see what we've done, install the NuGet, and you can add the using MudBlazor in our imports. So we need to add it here. So if you go to imports.razor, you can actually add it here. Then if you go back to here, you can see we need to do something. So let me see. So it is saying, so we need to check if we have MudBlazor already installed here. So let's just install the NuGets here. I think our NuGets are missing. We can just go back here and let's just install MudBlazor. So this is it. So I'll just click install, accept, and that is it. So if we come back here, then we should be having this error gone. So you can see, so we have the using MudBlazor. So you should ensure that you have MudBlazor here as a NuGet package. Then we have under app.razor, I have these particular options. So if you go to the instructions, you'll get to know that add the following to your header section. It's either this one, layout, host, or app.razor, depending on where you are running the WebAssembly or server. So for us, it is actually under app.razor. So you can just copy this using this particular link, and you go to our project under app.razor, and you can paste it here. Then you also have next add the MudBlazor JS file next to the default Blazor script at the end. So this is our script for Blazor. So we are actually adding it here. So does it say before to the default at the end? So that's okay. Then you can see remove references in the same file as above. The default Blazor template contains Bootstrap. This is no longer needed and can be removed. Delete the Bootstrap and OpenIcon folder as well if you decide to get rid of Bootstrap from your project. So the side file, you can either keep it or remove. Just make sure you clear it out of any content. Now, the next thing is to add this particular builder.services. And as you can see on our project, we've just added it here. So we have it here. We should be having it here. So I think we had added, so that's okay. So we have it there, and just confirm if everything is okay, then that's, so ensure you've added it to the correct project where your file is actually running. Then the next thing is to add the components, add the following components in our main layout. So we're going to copy this as well, go to main layout, and we need to add these particular components. So as you can see, we have the Mud theme provider, Mud pop-up provider, then Mud dialog provider. So these needed for dialogues and these needed for snack bars. So we need to now arrange this particular application so that we have everything going on well. So after just adding this, so here we've added this particular option. So I want us to do something. So if you go to our MudBlazor, you have these particular components. So you can see some of the components here. You have the alerts, you have the buttons, you also have the badge and everything. So I want us to try something with the grid. So you can see this is how the grid looks like. This is how it looks like. So I want us to copy the code. So if we just copy, so let's see which grid looks better. I want us to copy some of the grid options. Let's see. So this is, I want us to copy a table. So which one is okay? So I want us just to copy a simple table that we are going to display on our page just to showcase. So you can even copy this. So if you click on run, then you'll be able to see a MudBlazor try playground, but you can also get the source code from here. So if you click here, you'll get the source code. And if you copy this, so I want us to copy some of the codes here. So just copy this. And if you go to our home page, so I just want us to go to our pages, then home page, you'll realize that we've been having this particular code. So I want us to remove this and paste what we have on MudBlazor. Then here, I just want to remove this and say using MudBlazor. So then we will be having, so we have these particular options here. So we have the names, position, and all these particular details. So if we just launch our app, I want us to see if MudBlazor is already in effect. So you should be able to see this particular form in our MudBlazor app. So let's just launch our app and see. So as you can see there, we are having something. So it says cannot provide a value for this pages. There is no registered service for HTTP client. So let's just check on our app if this is actually being used. So is that being used? So we are not actually using this. So let me see. So that's not being used. So you can remove this one. And here you can see this is our list of data. We haven't done anything wrong, and this is record. So let's remove that for now, and let's launch the app. So we should be able to see dummy data, and we are going to adopt this particular approach if it works going forward. So you can see our app now is using MudBlazor. We now have, so if you just see here, these are some of the buttons for MudBlazor. You can come here and log in, and you should go back to the navigate to the menu. So you can see this is now the list of items. So if you go back here, you realize that we have a lot of things that we can do with MudBlazor. And now this is one of the items. So I want us to now change our data, our form. You remember the form that we had? I want us to have for our application. So let's see, I'm looking for a better table, a grid that we are going to adopt for our app. So if we just do here, you can see this, you can do a lot of filters, advanced filtering. You can filter based on these, you can filter based on the as you type. We also have rows, so resizing, data aggregation, you can see here. So this is some of the data tables that we have. But now I want us to use this particular form in our app. So let's go to our system codes. So if you go to system codes, you realize that this is how it looks like. So I want us to change this particular table to use a MudBlazor. So let's just go to system codes list, and I'm going to replace these particular options here with our MudBlazor. So let's just do this, and I'm going to say here at using MudBlazor. So after doing that, remember what we have on our home page. This is the list employees. So what happens to our app, our section? So this is what we are going to use, system codes list. So since we are using that, then we can say this is code. Then you can say this is description. You can say this is order number. Then you can say this is odd. So this one you can remove this, and you can call this system code. You can say code description. You can say code description, and you can have the title. So you can even have the title here. You can say code name. Then you can have the order number. Then you can say created by, then the full name. Then you can remove this. Then here we can also remove this one, and here I can have this as a, so this says here we can say created on. Then I'm going to remove this. So I can also remove this particular template section, and you can see here. So this should be our grid. So if I copy this here at the top, let me just have it at the top. So I want us to relaunch our app and see. So we should be having two tables, one with MudBlazor and another one with our normal table. So you can see this is Mud data grid. So if we open our app and go to system code, it will need us to log in. So we should be having two tables. So you can see we have the first table, which is actually in MudBlazor, and we have the second table. So we can remove our second table because we are now going to use MudBlazor in our app going forward. So auto reload, then this should go away, and we are left with our MudBlazor data grid. So you can see this is how it looks like. Now, if you go to our MudBlazor, we have some buttons. So let's just check some buttons that we are going to use here. So you can see this is buttons, how it looks like. So you can see delete, and these are very good icons. So it has icons. So for me, I think I will want to add this particular section to have it with icons. So let's just add icons on our grid. So this is how our grid looks like. So we need to add the delete and edit. So before even doing that, so I want us to add something on our app. So let's just go to our system codes. So I want us to add cards. So here I want us to add, so you can do mad card. So you can even add cards. So I'll just paste it here. Then you can even add headers. So you can have also, you can say elevation, can have it as 28. Then here we can say mad card header. Then you can close this. So for our header, we can add a card header content. Then we can close this. Then here we can also add the mad text. Now we can say mad text. So you can add mad text. And here we can say add. Then you can say edit system codes. So that is our, then here we can even have the typo. So you can do typo, then you can say equals to typo dot, then you can do h6. So that's how you can add the styles. Then since we have that, then we can even, so I'm going to remove something here. So let me just remove, let me comment this for now. But here, I want us to add, now we'll be having the mad card content. So we need to wrap this in our mad card content. So that is here. After the card, we wrap all that in our mad card content. And I'm going to format that. So since we have that then, so we have our grid. So this is our grid. We have that in our grid. And we should be good to add some things. Now, here we have the columns. So we have our columns, and we are going to add some properties as well, or even the buttons. So what we need to do is we need to add the edit and delete buttons. But before that, let's just relaunch our app and see how this looks like. So we now have our mad text, and we also have the mad content and all the other things. So let's just launch. You're going to register, log in here. And if you go to system codes, you can see we have these options here in, so this is kind of a card. So you already have that. So the next thing is I want us to add the buttons. So I want us to add the buttons down here. And before that, so let's just preview how our app looks like. So if you're new to this channel and you have not subscribed to our channel, remember to subscribe, like the video, and even comment down below. So I'm going to sign in here. So if you go to system code, so this is how it looks like. So after adding the cards, so let's now add the buttons, and this is edit and delete buttons. So if you go to our MudBlazor, you can actually get the edits and delete buttons in various styles. So here we are going to add the template. So we'll just do template column. So template column, then we can say cell class. So you can even use what was there under home. So you see this. So you can copy all this up to here. You can do this up to here. But for us now, we are using, so that's okay. So this is okay. We are using the cell template, mad stack row. Then we don't need these particular buttons. So I want us to add the mad buttons. So we'll just do mad button. So then you can see it is actually giving us the styles, but as we can do variant, then we can say here variant dot field. Then we can also do, we need to say start icon. So we need to have the icon. So our icon we can do at icon dot, can do material. Then you can say dot field, then dot delete. So we can do our delete here. Then you can have a color. So you can do color Then you can say color, so dot error. So then you can also have the label. So you can say here delete. So since we have that, then we can copy this one and also reuse it. So I'm going to reuse it here. So here I'll say this is edit. So this is our edit button, and here I can call this primary. Then I can have this as edit. So we can alternate these particular buttons so that the delete comes to the end. Then we have these particular buttons for us. So you can see we now have mud buttons and we have these particular options. So if we just now copy this and that is relaunch our app, we should be having the buttons of edit and delete on our application, and that is how we are using. So let's just log in, and if we go to system codes, you can see we have our buttons. So we have these particular buttons here, and we have the delete buttons. Now, we don't have a create button at the top. Remember, we had a create button on the top. So let's just return it. So this is what you commented down here. So where do we add it? So we can add that particular button. So let's just add it here. So you can say mud button. Then you can say variant. You can say field. So you can do variant field. You can say color. You can say here color dot primary. Then we can say here start icon. You can say we can do icons dot material, then dot field, then dot add. So once we have this, then we can have the name here. We can say add system code. So then before even adding, we can even now add our action. So you can say on click, then you can say add system code. So we'll be having the method here. So let me just remove that for now. So let me also remove this, and I can format our app. So let's relaunch and see. So we should now be able to see the add button, whereby we can now add our applications system codes. So we want to ensure you are using MudBlazor in this particular app. So if you're new to this channel and you want to see how this goes along, so you can see we have our add button here. So I want us to move it to the end, so we can borrow the styles from here. So you can say justify end. So let's see if that will work. So we can have this one and we can add it here. So you can say cell class. So if we update that, does that particular style works? So let's see. Our app doesn't work. So we're going to see how we are going to move that. So you're also learning, guys. So let's just learn together. So you can see here, we've now added the buttons for our application. So I think I'm going to leave it there for this particular episode. And in case you want to see how this particular video comes along, subscribe, like the video, and see you in our next episode. Bye.